Yo, welcome to the video. If you're new, make sure you subscribe and join the tribe. And if you've been tuned in, well, you already know the vibe. Thank you for coming back. Make sure that you turn on the post notification bell so you don't miss anything coming up in the future, because I'm telling you, the videos are coming. The videos are on the way. You feel me? Appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the comments. And first things first, of course, I hope you've been taking care of yourself. I hope you've been taking good care of yourself, your business, your relationships, your life, your family, the world, okay? Everything, man. Just I hope you're doing well. You feel me? Shout out to C4. I got a comment on one of my videos, and they wanted me to talk about personal growth. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys 13 keys for personal growth and success, okay? So if that sounds good to you, hit the like button and let's get straight into it. I have them written here on my laptop, so with no further ado, the first key to personal growth and success is to choose a life of growth, okay? What that means is you have to decide and be willing to grow, right? You have to want to grow. You have to have the desire to grow, right? You have to make that decision that, okay, you know what, where I'm at is not where I'm going to be. I'm going to put in the skills, the time, the effort, the focus, the attention, whatever it is, right? And grow, right? You can't decide to be stagnant, and you can't decide to be complacent. There's a good book about this. If you guys haven't already got this book, go get this book. And I do have a video coming soon about books you guys should read. This is definitely one of the books I suggest. It's called Mindset. Okay? And wait a minute, hold on. Is this the book I wanted to show you? Hold on. Yeah, this is it right here. See how this says grow your mindset? Basically, and I've talked about this in my other videos, basically, there's things that we're good at and there's things that we're not good at naturally, right? But there's things that we limit ourselves to, right? So decide, okay, you know what? I'm not going to focus on this because I'm not good at that. Or maybe, you know what? I'm going to focus on that because I want to get better at that, right? Choose to get better. Choose to grow, right? So you have a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. The fixed mindset is basically saying, hey, it is what it is. I can't do this. I can't grow. I'm capped, right? And then the growth mindset is the possibilities, the potential, right? So choose your growth mindset in as many fields as you possibly can. In your parenting, in your business, in your school, right? In your relationships. Choose that, hey, I can change. I can make a difference. I can improve. I can grow, rather than, you know what, I'm just going to accept things for what they are. It is what it is. I can't change this. I can't learn it, right? So the growth mindset is huge. Go get yourself a copy of this book. Make sure you guys also get my book down below, New You Now, A Guide to Amazing Improvement. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting. Okay, second key is to start growing today, right? Start today. Start right now. Start during this video, right? So many of you guys are waiting. You're just procrastinating, right? Procrastination is literally like the opposite of making a decision, right? When you're not doing anything, you're procrastinating. You're not making any moves. You have no intention. You're just still. So what this means is, if you want to start growing, start today. There's plenty of things you can start working on today. Like as soon as you're done with this video, there's things you can start to work on. There's things you can start to learn, right? You don't have to wait for the perfect time. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment. Things are going to take time. Things are going to take effort. So you might as well get started right now. What are you waiting for, right? Take action. Start implementing things, okay? Third key, you got to be teachable, right? You have to be teachable, meaning you have to have the motivation and the capacity within your brain, within yourself, to learn and to be teach, right? To be humble and to be humiliated, right? To have humility and to not think you know everything, right? To not act like a know-it-all, right? You need to have, again, the motivation, which is the drive, right? Like the willingness, like the desire ultimately, and the capacity, meaning like the space, like the mental clarity and the RAM. Like you can't have a bunch of stuff going on and, right? You can't learn a million things all at once, but figure out, okay, I want to learn this and I have to make the time and space to remember all this, right? Your brain can only handle so much. So you got to be coachable. I mean, your brain is an infinite thing. It can learn a lot, but But realize what this means. What I'm saying to you is you have to make the capacity within yourself. Like, okay, if there's, this many steps, like let's say it's a college level or you're going through bachelor's degree, master's, PhD, there's levels, right? You have to have the capacity to understand every level, the 1, 2, 3, 400 level courses, then to the grad school. You have to have the capacity to understand all of that. You can't just have part of it or some of it, right? So you have to have the motivation and the capacity to be coachable, right? You have to be willing to learn, to unlearn sometimes, right? And then to relearn, okay? Seek mentorship, seek support, seek guidance, and seek expertise, okay? Fourth key, guys, is to focus on self-development, not self-fulfillment. I'm gonna say that one more time. Focus on self-development, not self-fulfillment, okay? Times are gonna be tough. Things are gonna get difficult. Things aren't always gonna be easy along your journey, right? It's inevitable. But as long as you're growing and improving and developing, you should be happy, with that fact. You might not constantly be fulfilled and satisfied and happy and content and at ease and pleased with everything happening. But as long, again, as you're growing, you should be mindful and grateful about that, okay? Growing, isn't always fulfilling. There's challenges, there's things that you have to overcome and obstacles and challenges. Again, there's issues, I could say, or just, how do I put this into words? Growing requires patience, it requires you to pass tests, and to learn about yourself. So even when things are tough or complicated or you're struggling a little bit, don't get discouraged, don't get let down. Just understand that, hey, you're developing, you're growing, you're getting better. And even though you might not be where you want to be yet, you're working your way towards that, right? So don't focus so much on feeling fulfilled, just focus on developing. You get what I'm saying? All right, so the fifth key is to never be satisfied with your current accomplishments. You can be happy, you can be proud of yourself, you can, celebrate and stuff like that, but don't be satisfied with your current accomplishments, because satisfaction basically leads to lack of action, right? Now you're satisfied, you're chilling, you're content, you're like, okay, this is good, I made it. But there's so much more you can do, there's so much more you can attain, there's so much more you can become. So why would you stop now? Why would you stop today? Right? Hit the new goal, hit the new level, hit the next tier. Level up. Complacency breeds contempt. No society survives its own success. You have to continuously be successful. It's a process. It's not a destination. It's a journey. Success and growth is not an end goal. I mean, it's constant. Some of the greats, some of the best of the professionals, the people who have mastered things are still learning to this day. They don't stop. Sure, they teach because they know, and they reap the results because they put in the work and the time and the efforts and learn, but still they're constantly learning. They're still students. They're still not satisfied with their accomplishments, right? Look at some of the best sports players, right? Tom Brady's, LeBron James. They're not satisfied with just 1, 2, 3 rings. They want to keep winning. They want to keep improving. They want to increase their stats. They want to increase their reputation and their fame, right? And their impact. So it's good to feel happy, but never stop learning, never stop improving. Keep on setting higher goals so that you keep on having new things to hit and reach, okay? Sixth key, and this ties in a bit with what I was speaking on earlier, but it's definitely worth individualizing and focusing on individually as one, and that is to never stop learning, right? Be a continual learner, right? Guys, learning is earning. The more you learn, the more you earn, the better you can become as a human being by, learning, educating yourself, becoming more knowledgeable, becoming more worldly and conscientious of the things going on around the world, right? Just learning about yourself, learning about people, learning about the world, you're gonna be better, okay? I know this is, kind of repetitive and I'm drilling this message into you, but dude, it's so simple. So many people just wake up and they just live their life and they cap themselves. They're like, okay, I went through school and that's it. I'm not gonna learn anything else. I'm just gonna stop learning and just let life pass me by. And that's not the way it goes. You got to keep on developing and learning. You really have to have a date with yourself and learn something new about yourself. Ask yourself questions constantly. Ask, who are you? Look at yourself in the mirror. Like, say, what am I doing? Who am I? What am I missing? What don't I understand about myself? What can I do with myself? Like, how can I better myself? How can I better the world? How can I better my relationships, right? Keep on learning. How can I grow my business? How can I reach more people? How can I help more people, right? How can I improve my SMV, my sexual market value? How can I increase my attraction, right? How can I improve my masculinity? How can I improve my masculine frame? How can I improve on my purpose, right? All these things, you know, you can actually learn for free. You don't even got to like ask too many people or pay for much. This is something you can have a conversation again with yourself, or just do free research on the internet, and get to know yourself, get to know the people. Just go out into the world and interact, and you'll still learn just by doing that. This doesn't cost you anything, guys. Especially with the amount of free information here today. So just take that as a blessing, man. There's so much valuable information and resources that we have the ability to tap into and capitalize on and take advantage of today that previous generations didn't have, guys. So use it to keep on learning, okay? 7th key is to concentrate on few major themes, right? So what this means is to basically focus on, one thing or 2 or 3 things, not a million things at once, right? You don't want to spread yourself too thin and try to be a jack of all trades and try to learn a million things. Like, focus on something, specialize in something, learn one thing and then learn another thing and then learn another thing. But don't overwhelm yourself and feel like you have to learn everything. Hire people, outsource, delegate, right? Because you can bring on people to help you where you're weak. You can fulfill voids where you're not so competent or strong. You don't have those strengths or those skill sets, and you can just find people who do. That's going to help your success. That's going to help your business. It's going to help your family, your future. It's going to help your pockets. It's going to help your confidence. It's going to give you more time. I mean, it's just so beneficial for you to understand this concept, guys. So decide, okay, here's what I want to learn. Here's what I want to do. Here's what I want to become. Here's where I want to go. And then focus on that, right? Find some, books about it, or, find out what skills you need to learn, and then focus on that, period. Don't distract yourself with a million irrelevant things. Focus on few major themes, right? Focus on few things at a time so that you can really hone in on it and give it your all, okay? The 8th key is to basically develop a plan for growth. Okay, so this is something you can actually control, guys. This is something that you have the ability to plan out. This isn't something that is just going to be random or just spontaneous. Like, nah, dude, you can actually write things down. You can schedule things out. You can plan ahead, right? You can take a lot of control of the situation, okay? More than you even think and realize, probably. Guys, your growth is up to you. What you want to do is up to you. What you do is up to you. Every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month, every year is up to you. What you do with your time is up to you. If you have a plan for what I'm going to do today, tomorrow, this week, next week, this month, this year, right? You're setting all these micro goals and you're setting all these plans. Now you know where you're going, right? Like, now you know the next step. How much of a beautiful thing is that? I mean, that just kills all the uncertainty. That eliminates any questions of like, oh my God, what am I going to do next? Where am I going to go next? Dude, you already know what's coming next because you planned it all out. You see what I'm saying? When you plan things out, you know what's coming. You eliminate anything, that you don't know about because you've already thought about it. You know what I'm saying? Plan all the way to the end. This is a key. This is a life hack. Plan all the way to the end. Understand what the worst case scenario could possibly be, and also understand what the best possible situation and scenario could be. Weigh it all out, plan through it, and go take action, okay? It's really simple, just understand that things gonna happen for you as long as you plan them out, and don't leave this up to fate. Don't leave this up to fate. Don't leave this up to destiny. Don't leave this up to chance. Don't leave this up to, the universe. Like take control, bro. Plan it out, okay? I promise you. Do your part, and then the universe or God or whatever you want to call it, the world will meet you halfway, and things will start to work and manifest for you. But you got to plan things out. You can't just expect things to just happen magically or miraculously, okay? The next key is to pay the price. Pay the price. What that means is, you got to sacrifice sometimes. You got to pay. You got to invest. There's a lot of free things, and we like to be entertained in America, which costs money. You got to pay for sports tickets and music and all that stuff, concerts. But a lot of you don't understand that you got to pay to learn sometimes. You got to pay for seminars, conferences, books, access to mentors and trainings, right? Invest into yourself. Pay the price Shortcut your success. It's worth it. If you're stressing over 500 bucks, 100 bucks, 500 bucks, 1,000 bucks, and you can't rationalize, like come into and come into separation with that money, or letting that money go, or letting money flow and come into your life, like you're stressing small amounts, how do you expect to hit big amounts? That's the point I'm making here. If you're stressing 300-400 bucks, 1,000 bucks, $10,000, whatever the case is, $100,000 even, bro, like you're not ready for a millionaire lifestyle. You're not ready for millions to come into your life because you're stressing little things. You're not thinking big enough. Okay? And I'm not putting you down. I'm putting you into the perspective, like, dude, pay the price. If you have lofty goals and ambitious goals and you want to be super successful, a millionaire, a multimillionaire, a billionaire, a trillionaire, whatever the case is, reduce the size of $1 million in your mind to something tiny. That's not a lot of money, guys. It's not. $100,000 is not a lot of money. $10,000 is not a lot of money. $5,000 is not a lot of money. $500, $100, not a lot of money. Reprogram yourself to look at these numbers and think, okay, that's not a lot. I should pay the price. I can invest because I'm worth more than that. And who I'm becoming is worth more than that and earns more than that. So develop a good relationship with money, right? And then be okay with investing and letting money go and then paying the price for success, okay? Be willing to pay, guys. All right, 10th key is to find a way to apply what you learn, right? So what this means is, yeah, you're learning, you're retaining information, you're gathering information, you're reading, everything that you need to know about, but what good is it if you don't apply it, right? You have to start applying what you know, applying what you've learned. Knowledge is not power like you say and they say and like we believe, right? It's a myth. Knowledge is only power when it becomes organized action, right? Like you can know things, but if you don't say things at the right time or do things at the right time or in the right way or in the right order, what good was what you knew if you didn't apply it properly or at all for that matter, right? So what you learn, start to apply it into your day, into your lifestyle, into your routines, into your business, into your relationships, and then watch things start to change, okay? If this video has been helping you guys, make sure you hit the like button. 3 more, guys. And you know what, like I said before, take action today. Like everything you're learning in this video, apply it. All right? The 11th key is to basically destroy every excuse mentally, right? Destroy every excuse that you have in your brain that is telling you why you can't do it, why you can't have it, why you can't afford it, why you can't become it, why you can't go there, right? Kill every excuse. Get rid of any doubt, get rid of any uncertainty, get rid of any negativity and voice in your head that's battling what you want to do and battling you and giving you inner conflict. Get rid of it because you can do it. You can, I promise you can do it. You have to believe in yourself and stop making excuses. So often we make excuses. Oh, I can't afford it. Oh, I'm too tired. Oh, it's too far. Blah, blah, blah. Listen, if you're here and you want to get to these results, if you want it bad enough, you're not going to make excuses. You're going to find everything that you need to do. You're going to find the funds. You're going to find the connections. You're going to find the information, whatever it is to get to that level. Okay. If you want it enough, if you have the desire, right? But what happens is we are often operating based off of results. We look around and we see what it is and we're like, damn, what is going on? I don't have what I want yet. Right? I want it in my brain and I'm taking action, right? But you're not seeing instant gratification, right? You're not seeing those results yet. So what do? We start to become doubtful. We start to believe, that, hey, this isn't going to work. We start to lose belief, right? We start to lose faith. And next thing you know, we don't start taking those steps anymore, right? Because we're like, I'm not seeing any instant results. And then next thing you know, we're still here and the goal is still here and we never took those steps because we didn't see the results yet. So what does that mean? That means we never grew. So don't focus on seeing instant gratification, seeing results right away. Understand that, hey, listen, every step I take, every way that I know that I'm gonna get there eventually. Okay? And destroy the excuses. The mental excuses they're gonna kill you, right? Because what happens again, if you're down here and you don't get here because you don't have the results, you're losing the drive, you're losing the interest. Next thing you know, you don't have the desire to even get here anymore. And then you don't ever change, you never grow. So, kill the excuses, guys. A victim mentality doesn't look good on anyone who has something important to accomplish. So, you can either be the victim or the creator of your situation. You can either be the victim of your situation, you can be the victim of your circumstances, and say, oh, it's so bad, oh, it's all blah, 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 my fault, and blame yourself, and blame the world, and blame the economy, and blame your situations, and blame your upbringing, and blame your parents, and blame your school, and blame the world again. But it's not any of that. It's you. Which ties into my next key. Be responsible. Take responsibility. Be accountable. It's up to you. You're responsible for everything in your life. The decisions you make, the decisions you don't make, the places you go, the relationships you have and keep and then you don't keep. Every factor of your life is up to you. Take full responsibility for where you want to go, for who you want to become, for what you have to do, for the things you've already done, for where you're at currently. Take full responsibility. Be consistent. Be a quality individual. And be responsible for becoming who you are. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to hold your hand, take this test for you, study the material for you, give you all the answers, and put money in your bank account and invest and build your family and legacy. No one's going to do that except you. Only you're going to do that. Take responsibility. Sure, you're going to get help along the way. Sure, you might have some people who provide assistance along the way, but at the end of the day, it's all up to you. Take responsibility for your growth. Decide that I'm going to grow. I have to grow. Make it a necessity. Make it mandatory. Make it a must. Okay? Make it a must that you must grow, right? You must develop. You must improve. You must learn. You must get rich. You must, right? Now, the energy, the conviction, the passion, the drive, the perspective is all different when you're taking full responsibility. I must create these videos for you guys. It doesn't even matter if I want to do it, if I'm feeling like it or whatever. I have to put out these videos. It's my purpose. It's what I know I need to do. It's what I know that you guys need from me, so I must. I'm responsible for making these videos. I'm responsible for helping the people. I'm responsible for replying and doing my part to the world, to my business, to my relationships. So take responsibility. Exhibit pride. Personal responsibility for individual daily effort. Okay? That's okay to be to have pride. People are like, oh, don't be so, cocky or arrogant or have pride or pompous. Bro, it's okay to have a little bit of healthy pride. Not to say let your ego get into your head, but it's okay to have personal responsibility for individual daily efforts, meaning you're taking individual efforts daily and you're feeling good about it because now you're responsible for what you're doing every day. You're taking action. You're making effort every day. And you're recognizing yourself and you have pride in yourself because you know that you're taking action. You know that you're holding yourself accountable. You know that you're being responsible. You know that you're growing. You know that you're developing. And that's a beautiful thing. And last but not least, guys, 13th key for personal growth and success is to stay hungry. Bottom line, stay hungry, guys. This ties into the complacency thing, right? This ties into the desire and the need to want to grow, the plan, right? Sticking to the plan, going for it. Staying hungry, not losing that drive, not losing that tenacity, not losing the urge, not losing the vision, right? It's easy to fall into an average routine. It's super easy to follow the masses and follow the norm and follow the crowds and conform, right? That's easy to do. Everybody does that. That's what everybody does. That's easy to do. Most people aren't hungry. Most people gave up on their goals. Most people are lazy. Most people quit on themselves. Most people are living lives of quiet desperation, meaning low-key within themselves, they're not happy. They're depressed. They're desperate for a better life. They're desperate to be better people. They're desperate for more. They lost their hungerness, though. They gave up, right? Why? What happened? A variety of things could have happened, right? They probably got crushed by temporary defeat. They probably didn't have a plan. They probably didn't have the mentors, right? They didn't listen to my videos. They didn't listen to my videos, man. They didn't watch the videos, but hey, listen, that's not their fault. It is what it is. We can't help everybody. Hopefully, they can help themselves. And again, it comes back to the motivation, the capacity to develop and to learn. Some people just don't have that. And they said, you know what, it's easier to just chill. It's easier to just be lazy. It's easier to just not do anything. And of course it is. Of course it's easier to just not do anything. It's easier to just be like, you know what, I'm not gonna try anymore. I'm just gonna chill out. That's easy to do. That's easy to not do anything, right? But having that hunger, right? Staying broke when you're getting money in the mindset is not easy to do, right? You have to train yourself to do this. If you're already successful, if you're already seeing a lot of money, if you're financially free basically and your expenses are covered, you have money coming in and things are going great, how do you stay hungry? Understand there's competition. Understand that there's more for you. Understand that this is not all for you, right? You don't want to be mediocre. Put a little bit of pressure on yourself. Start a little competition with yourself. Okay? It's gonna activate you to do more. It's gonna activate you to wanna increase your skills. Ask yourself, hey, am I really doing my best? Am I really who I wanna be or who I can be? Am I really living up to my fullest potential, or am I missing something? If this video helped you guys out, make sure you drop me a like, comment below what else you wanna know. Check out my links down below in the description. Follow me on Instagram, man. I'm popping. And I appreciate you guys. There's a lot of value on there. I drop content pretty frequently on my story and on my page. So trust me, you would like to follow me. Send me a direct message. We can connect. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay happy, healthy, wealthy, blessed, and focused on success. And when you see me drop another video, you already know what to do. Tap in. Peace.